So, the Osmo Pocket 3, and who exactly is this meant for? I believe there are three main types of creators that the Osmo Pocket 3 attracts. For two of them, I think this is an awesome idea, but for one of them, I think this is a terrible investment. The Osmo Pocket 3 has a lot to offer for a wide range of people, whether you be a beginner who's never touched a camera or a seasoned professional in the industry. So let's start with the first and most broad group that I make this recommendation to, and these are my point and shooters. So I'm talking to my vloggers, I'm talking to my business owners, I'm talking to my dads that want to come up every time I'm shooting a drone and be like, does that thing have a camera on it? But anyways, my point and shooters. So maybe you're usually shooting content on your iPhone. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a camera, but you have no idea where to start and the whole process is too complicated. Like, I really can't emphasize enough that you don't have to be some influencer to be a content creator in the industry. Whether you're somebody who likes to make travel vlogs for TikTok, or you're really into fashion and you like to set your iPhone up on a tripod and make little trendy outfit switches. Oh my gosh. And if you work in real estate and you shoot and edit your own videos of the houses you're trying to sell, I say you're probably like the perfect prime example of this category here. And this right here, I mean, this could be all you need, right? All you got to do is pop it out. You can carry it anywhere and it's ready to go that fast. There is nothing on the market that is going to get you this close to a professional camera look that requires such minimal effort and space. Size-wise, it's smaller than your phone. It's thicker, but shorter is the term I guess we'll go with it. But the real magic here is the beautiful 3 for vertical or 4K camera on a stabilizer. And that is huge, which setting up a gimbal is very tedious and not time-friendly at all. So to be able to just bust this out your pocket and that fast have high quality stabilized gimbal footage, that is dang near revolutionary. Dang near. If you're a small business owner looking to get more than phone footage but aren't looking to have to pay a professional videographer, this could be an amazing investment. And you can carry this thing in your literal pocket. I mean, it's in the name. So let's say you're a beginning content creator. With its quality, stabilization, features like the follow mode, and even the automatic settings, which professionals, look, I know I just said automatic settings. Calm down, stay with me. It's gonna be all right. Put the keyboard down. My point and shooters, you can seriously get this as an all-in-one package, especially if you get the creator combo. You get an extra battery, a tripod stand, a very high quality microphone, a wide angle lens, a carrying case, and I am not a fan of the carrying case. I'll definitely say that. I want something with a little more wiggle room and flexibility, but we'll save that for another time. All in all, just make sure you get the creator combo. Bottom line, I truly believe this is a great option for you guys. And if you take some time to learn the settings and all the features, you can really maximize what you can do with this thing. And I mean, you can probably rock it until it kills over dead, or you decide you actually want to go to a professional camera. So next up is my professionals, and this is the most critical hit or miss group when it comes to the Pocket 3. I know I said for the point and shooters that this could be an all-in-one, everything you need kind of package, and I do stand by that for them. But for you guys, I want you to stop putting so much pressure on this to be a A7S III or a Canon R5, and think of it more like an accessory, an extra tool in your arsenal, like you would a GoPro or a 360 cam. And I really think that when you stop putting so much pressure on this product to be what it's not, you can truly open up your mind to see how much this thing really truly has to offer. 4K, 24 all the way to 120 FPS, log shooting, a very impressive low light mode, 10-bit color, and once again, the built-in gimbal that takes literally 2 seconds to set up. Spin shot, FPV, tilt lock, follow mode, and yes, for the point and shooters, I mentioned for them to just go ahead on auto mode. But for you, you can make this thing just about as manual as you want. Shutter speed, ISO, white balance, focus modes. I mean, I've even got some ND filters for this thing. And I found this thing to be a great B-roll or just a B-cam. 98% of the time, I am the only cameraman on a shoot. And very often I find myself thinking how nice it would be to mix in some gimbal shots. Not a lot, but just a few here and there to make it look nice and pretty. I mean, I can pan the camera, walk nice and slow, but it's just not the same. We know that. And if you have a gimbal, you know it is not a quick setup. It's a lot of space, it's a lot of weight, and balancing it can be such such a pain, especially under the pressure of time. When I'm trying to set up a gimbal in the middle of a time crunch, like I just completely forget how the thing works and it just falls to pieces. And if most of your shoot requires a handheld camera, it doesn't make sense to spend and waste all that time carrying that weight and setting up the gimbal just to mix in a few shots. And so with the Osmo Pocket, I've been able to not just get great B-roll, but very creative shots like this one, especially with the active track feature. I mean, look how freaking dope this is, man. Even professionals love to get their own personal content, whether that's behind the scenes or a day in the life, and it can be hard to find a place to mount up your phone. You don't always have somebody with you to capture that. And I mean, you're actively using your gear and cameras for the shoot that you're on. This has made it 100 times easier to capture content of yourself. The thing can literally follow you as if it was an extra person right there with you. This thing made it so easy to capture footage of myself on the go. It was the tipping point for me to start this channel. I cannot say it enough. Professionals, once you think of this as an accessory, a B-cam, B as in backup, B as in B-roll, you can truly appreciate it for what it is. Now, the moment of truth. The group I would not recommend this to 95% of the time: aspiring videographers. Not a hobbyist, but someone who is saying, hey, I like this videography thing. I think I want to take it serious and end up a professional or a full-time freelancer down the line, and I'm looking to get my first camera. I don't think this is the best investment for you. See, I truly believe it's best to invest your money not in just something that's going to work okay for now, but something that's going to have the potential to grow alongside you as a creator or professional. And yeah, I mean, at the start, this thing is gonna be great. Nice 4K footage, stabilized gimbal, all these features, but eventually, and sooner than you think, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need a more variety of lenses because you're not always gonna be able to be right there next to your subject. You're gonna need to be able to change things like your aperture because you may not always want the blurry background that it gives you, or you may still be figuring out your niche. You may like car videos right now, but later down the line, you may wanna get into nature, or you may wanna get into sports videos, and this just isn't gonna hold you down for that. You're gonna need something with a lot more flexibility and durability for that. I said earlier that I'd recommend this to a beginner YouTuber, but that's because they can use this thing until they want to upgrade. But the difference for them and you is that you're going to need to upgrade. And unlike getting an actual camera, when it's time to upgrade this thing, you're essentially going to be backtracking material and money-wise to have to start over from ground zero. Let me explain it like this. Let's say you spend $600 on a Sony camera, right? And especially as a beginner, you're probably gonna take some time figuring out what you really wanna do. You may shoot some music videos, you may shoot some workout videos, you may shoot some clothing videos, and over that time, you're gonna need to acquire different lenses, and let's say you end up with 2 or 3 lenses, right? And then it does come time to upgrade your camera. You buy yourself a newer Sony. Now, your 2-3 lenses that you have don't go to waste. You can interchange them with the cameras that you have, versus something like this. Any accessories, anything you get for it when it's time to upgrade your actual camera, they're not going to be able to translate, whether it's Sony, Canon, whatever brand you go with. And especially when you're first getting into photography, videography, you don't realize how much these things actually cost. So it's really important to know that everything you spend your money on isn't just a purchase, but it's an investment. Overall, I love this thing. It is extremely impressive, and I know a lot of people are gonna benefit from it, but it's just about it being the right fit for where you are now as a creator. For professionals, I think it's an amazing tool to have in your back pocket. For my point and shooters who just wanna be able to pull something out, shoot it real quick, and it look nice, this is great for you. But for those who are aspiring to break into the media industry and take it seriously, maybe hold off on getting to this until you can get it as an accessory.